me and my father were driving the 32 down to an event, and then we ended up parking and then flying home, so we get a rental car, and we're talking. It's like a new car is senseless. There's no senses at all. You don't feel the wheel rattle, you don't hear the motor, you can't even feel a bump if you're right. There's no wind noise, there's nothing to them. So you're just like every other Tom and Dick on the road. You know, you feel like everybody, you don't, nothing special. So they're really senseless. And when you ride in a hot rod, your senses pick up. Your car spirit picks up, people notice you, you feel cooler. You don't have to drive fast, you're not in the rat race. You're just cooler and, you know, a lot more happier than everybody else on the road. So it's, I suggest you jump on a hot rod and drive it and get the experience. 69 Camaros are my passion. I had a Camaro, 69 Camaro in the early 90s that I raced as a nitrous car. We raced it at Hot Rod Magazine's fastest street cars in America. And from that day forward, I've been addicted hard. And just recently, 3 years ago, built a brand new Pro Mod style race car that I go out and have fun in basically on the weekends when I'm not doing good guy stuff. And so my addiction continues.
When Mark and I first started discussing building him a new car, you know, he spit out that he wanted the 69 Camaro, and that's all well and good. I mean, everybody else in the world does too, for obvious reasons. It's an icon. It is, in our generation, it is very possibly the most popular body style ever, along the lines of a 32 Ford, along the lines of a 55 Chevy. Mark said, I'm going to own this car forever. It's part of the heritage of Goodguys, which is another reason I'm very proud to be associated with the project.
It'll be Goodguys yellow, and we will drive the snot out of it just like this car here. It's what we do. Well, it's a 32 Ford two-door sedan. It's my father's car that we had built. He had built in the 80s. It was built by Sam Foose. And this is the car that we use for the Goodguys logo. We drive it, we use it, we enjoy it, and it represents Goodguys in a very special way. That's kind of the front end of the muscle car that's part of the logo now. It's called our 3-car logo, I should say. And we're having that built and going to have it all painted up yellow, and it will be a logo car that we drive around to events and take them to autocrosses and, you know, put hundreds of thousands of miles on it, just like the original logo car.
Right now, it's a, I assume a 350. I haven't run the numbers on it. It's got a 4-speed transmission and a 10-bolt rear end. All original suspension, lots of body roll, real skittish brakes, ride quality's pretty average, actually pretty below average. Just the kind of car we like to start with, a really nice, clean, rust-free, damage-free, unmolested car that we can take apart, do a few modifications to, and just make one hell of a nice car out of it.
Yeah, we want it to go around corners. Yeah, we want it to be reliable. Yeah, we want it to be fast. I think it has to be built right. It's got to have all the good parts and the quality craftsmanship and, you know, into making it what it's going to be. So you take what's currently being done and you put it on paper, and then you think about what are you going to use the car for, what's its main purpose, take those thoughts and ideas and kind of whittle out a plan.
So on this car, after a few discussions with Mark and his guys, we are going to use a LSA crate engine. We're going to use a Tremec T56 Magnum 6-speed transmission. We're going to use a Mosier rear end. I believe it's going to be a 12-bolt. It'll have bare brakes on it. It'll have the full Ride-Tech coilover suspension on it. But it's going to be a combination of parts that we have used time and time again. We know the combination works. We know just how this car is going to run, handle, perform, stop. You know, because we've done this before, and that's what Mark wanted. He wanted a repeat of, you know, performance-wise of what we've done before.
I don't think it needs to be getting all fancy with customization of the body. I think a 60s Camaro body looks good stock. So we'll enhance those good-looking things, and we'll take the ugly out of it where it needs to be taken out.
We're going to narrow up the bumpers and make everything fit real nice. Here on the quarter panel gills, we're going to make something a little zoomy there out of sheet metal. Over a period of time, Marc Meadors has seen enough of these cars, and he's seen the combination of modifications. He knows what he wants, and that's what we're here to accomplish, and I think it's going to fit very well.
For me, as a car, I can see a car that I'm going to like 30 feet away, just because it's got the right stance, it's got the right wheel, the right tire, and you know, the fit and finish is right on. And from 30 feet, a car will draw you in if you're, you know, if it's something you like.
This car will be driven hard. I expect to use up some tires on this car before I eventually give it to him and walk away from it. So that's what he wanted. He wanted a proven car that he didn't have to worry about.
Yeah, well, the car is it's a company car, and it's going to be driven by employees, myself, my father, whoever wants to jump in it and drive it, and it'll be driven to events. You know, it'll have bugs on the windshield just like this, and it'll have rock chips, and it's not a beauty queen, it's not a show car, it's a car that's going to be getting driven, hammered hard, and we'll represent the Goodguys Rod and Customs Association in the 2012 era, I guess I should say.
We discussed the term rental car reliability. It starts, it runs, it does everything it's supposed to. It will not fail, just like a rental car, only with probably 650 horsepower.